What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. I'm so happy to have you here today. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be your host, to be your gamecaster of choice as we jump through the day trying to, I don't know, check off these boxes, jump through these hoops, make sure that everything's been taken care of. In the previous episode, I tried to get everything ready such that we could jump straight into a mission at the beginning of here and hopefully get our way through a medium mission without having to make a cut. It was my sincerest hope, and so it finally flagged up the hag for us. That's a good thing, and that's a bad thing. There's a couple things here. Once it flags up the boss, it's actually somewhat problematic because we may end up in a situation where we have to take our B team to go and fight with her. However, because we have level 2s right here, we got Reynald. I'm going to bring Sorcy on this medium run. I'm going to bring Viewpoint on this medium run. I'm going to bring Revere. No, let's not bring Revere. Let's bring... Do I not have anybody else? Where did my characters go? I swear to God that I had another... Oh, that's weird. Hold on, where... Did I fire all of them? I feel like my roster is real light right now, and I'm not sure what happened to a couple of my characters. You'll forgive me, I already had to edit this episode one time because my cat decided to blow chunks in the middle of the episode, and I figured nobody would want to, nobody wanted to witness that particular visual travesty. Essentially, I was mid-episode, and he starts just being like, meow. And I was like, oh god, it's happening. Let me hit that record button. Then all of a sudden he's just running around the house just like blah, 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 blah. Like just you know how with Ipecac, the Ipecac thing in Family Guy, it was like that, but with my cat. He gets violent hairballs. He's long-haired. I have this real problem where I only like long-haired cats. I don't like short-haired cats. I like them, but I find them to be inferior by comparison to the long-haired variant. And so anyways, because of this, I end up owning a lot of long-haired cats. The downside to a long-haired cat is that said long-haired cat has the tendency to blow a lot of hairballs all the time. So if you're thinking about getting a long-haired cat, my word of warning to you. Anyways, I'm a little bit worried that Revere... No, we can bring her. We can bring her. My worry was that Revere would level up to 3 and then we wouldn't be able to use her for the hag. That was my worry, because for the hag I want to bring in... Well, I don't know. I may go single healer on the hag. How's Reynald looking as well? 10 out of 14, he might level up. I think he's risky. I think you get 4 or 5 for a medium run. He might be a little risky. Let's go head down to here, and I'm going to fight off a hiccup right there as hard as I can. I am focusing so hard right now. There is such a real solidification of, fuck use inside of my veins at the moment. That's, one of my... I don't know if you guys have realized this, but that's one of my all-time favorite phrases from any movie ever. 100% of room battles in a medium dungeon. This could get rowdy. This could get rowdy, and it's out in the Warren too. So this could be a little special. This might not go the way that we want it to. Alright, so the Warren, the number one thing you always have to worry about in the Warren is just pigmen troops. Everything else down here is actually not so terrible, it's just the pigmen. The pigmen are what get to you. They got a lot of nasty abilities that give you permanent debuffs and just all that fun stuff. You want to read a scroll right now? Huh? The scrolls are merely records of past transactions. I'd bring those back with you as an adult. Something that I found in my life is that you should never underestimate the value of a receipt. As an adult individual who is now currently doing his taxes on... Yeah, exactly. You guys think it's all fun and games here at the Nerd Castle. No, I gotta do my taxes, otherwise Uncle Sam's gonna show up with a cudgel and clip my knees out from under me. I have no clue what that is in the background. I'm not even sure what we're looking at right now. However, I will say that for the... Oh, she got syphilis from vomit? Oh, man, that's brutal. On the first vomit, she got syphilis? Oh, Jesus. That's all bad. This is one of the reasons why the Warren can become very troublesome for you. It's that over the long term, the Warren is kind of just one of those places that... It has the capability to really debuff your characters to such an extent, and permanently. Ooh, 2 crits in the first room. Okay, Jesus. Alright, we're starting off bad right now. We're starting off real bad. But I think it's still recoverable. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Ball and chain to the back line. He's now stunned. Well, maybe it's not recoverable. I think that what I'd like to do for right now... Let's just focus on Big Dude in the front for the time being. For the time being... That phrase would get a lot more complicated if you had a being that was actually made of time. He's actually a time being. It'd be for the time being. And I'd be wait, what are you talking about right now? Are we talking about desperation of time required in order for a, chronologically sensitive task? Or what are we talking about right here? Are we talking about that guy over there that is actually made of time? Had to throw the physicist for a loop. It'd throw me for a loop, too. I'm not even a physicist, and I'd just be like, well, my rudimentary knowledge of how the universe works right now, a being made of time, I am so ridiculously confused right now that I'm not even sure where to go with this. Heal our stress! We caught syphilis because somebody vomited in our mouth. Oh, that's the worst. Worst day ever. Worst day ever. Just a pig man runs up and like, blah, like right in your mouth. You're just like, oh my god. I think they should have a humorous sound. I think they should add a little bit of funnies into the game. They should just be like, blah. They should have like a funny like duck sound. I don't know. Maybe I have bad ideas for video games. Maybe people should just ignore my ideas. Does a faint hope blossom? On the plus side, at least it's growing. That's good. Let's go ahead and give ourselves the 2 heal right there. This is looking like this run might be a tad more stressful for all of our participants, so I am glad that I brought the Jester along. I'm changing my opinion of him. I'm changing my opinion of him. Not by he got the... God damn it, you vomited diarrhea into my mouth, and now we can't get anything done. I'm going to zap you with lightning because I'm going to get a heal done anyways when I do that and she's got health missing. Never a bad idea, and he's going to detract from my health right away. Thank you for that, you lovely, lovely individual. I'm pressing this advantage like a button. I'm on it. I'm trying my ass off right now, but we need to make this happen. Well, at least we got a crit right there that'll help out with the stress. That's a plus. That's good. Let's continue de-stressificating. How's that sound? Let's go ahead and just play something relaxing, like one of those tunes that you hear when you're all up on like the elevator, when you're going to work. I think they plan that. I think they plan to give you those tunes when you're on elevators. It's how they keep you calm and keep you from just like pitching yourself out of the window when you get to the top floor.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
What the hell is a bone altar? And what do we do with it? A strange power can be felt in its presence. I don't know what I should do with this. Huh? Yeah! Infuse me with great power. Ooh, that is great power. Hell yeah. Okay. Hopefully it's also grape power. I enjoy grape flavored things. I have a limit though. Like there's like the difference between... There's a difference between something grape flavored and then something that tastes like Dimetap. There's a difference. And if you don't know what Dimetap is, it's like a medicine that we have here for colds and other... Oh man! The hero has been infected by the pile. I think it was supposed to give her syphilis or something else because she has the yips too. Oh man, this is all bad. Luckily, those don't really matter for her. Well, the minus HP does, but it doesn't really matter for her because she's just a heal bot anyways. As a former heal bot, it's okay. You can call us heal bots. I don't mind. Can you disarm this maybe? No, I'll disarm it by stepping on it in my pajama pants and resisting it like a bamf. There it is. There's my guy. There's my dude. There's my pal. There's my friend.
The light gains purchase. Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Another scouting run is made. We got a couple of combats in here. That's okay. That's okay. A moonshine barrel? The barrel is completely empty. Sometimes there's treasure, and sometimes there's a foul liquid that basically ruins your day in there. It just kind of depends. Whatever you want. It's like one of those diaper situations. It sort of depends. Rend for the old gods. What about the new gods? I brought this up. The new gods feeling real left out right now. Feeling real left out. Eldritch Pool could be a problem. But not too bad. Not too bad. Are you up next? Or like, what's going on? Oh, okay, so that's a little bit worse. It's a little bit worse. I could see that becoming problematic. The dodge is also problematic, yes. Sure, sure. We've got Harvest right here, or we can go for Heroic End. Since he's going to be moving himself back in the line, I'm just going to go for Heroic End. It's like a death slice, and it looked more like a stab, but far be it from me to detract from your skills at murder and destruction. Alright, so let's go ahead and on this turn I'm going to move her up. We still have the chance that our line's going to be moved around slightly by her. It is what it is. He's got resist though, right? I gave him an object. No, never mind. That was the other Crusader, unfortunately. Let's continue to... What do you have for me? Oh, you can harvest from the third line? That's not so bad, but I want you back where you came from because we have stress problems right now. And I don't want to be stressed no mo. We got a fight in this room too, so I'd prefer not to debuff myself with Yop for the time being. Let's just cleave our way through the enemy group for now. We'll try and heal. We'll try and stay out of the way. Whether or not we make it through here without having to make a cut depends largely upon whether or not we manage to kill things quickly and effectively. And for right now, it looks like the game is going to be playing... It's going to be playing games with my heart. It's going to be playing games with my heart. And in lieu of singing Backstreet Boys classics, I think that for right now, I think we'll just keep on DPSing. I'll take that over you rearranging my line any day. Any day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When I say any day, I mean any day. Let's go ahead and get him healed up slightly anyways. We've got a long journey in front of us, and I prefer to keep ourselves nice and cogent when it comes to completing our task. Try and stun her real fast. If it works, I'll be happy. If it don't, then we tried, and that's all that you can do when faced with RNGesus. Okay, a little bit of stress gained right there. It's okay, though, because we have songs to fix that, unless they leapfrog the player that I wanted. Let's continue to stun. There it is. And so now we've got a little bit more time to play with. You just buff yourself up for right now. Get nice and stoked for the next fight to come. On this side, I actually, for once, think the AoE is the better choice. And she's out on 5. Let's go ahead and keep ourselves nice and charged up. With the way our rolls are going, I think our dungeon's looking pretty good. We may not complete it within the time allocation, but we may definitely complete it in good shape. And so you take what you can get. You take what you can get. So there's another stun off. I don't know if I want to farm this out any further. Stress is looking a little bit high. And actually, that's good right there. I'll take that. Unfortunately, it didn't really affect anybody that I wanted it to. But we'll finish the fight off right here and continue forward.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Oh, they can definitely be beaten. That's what I've been doing the entire time, just beating them around the face, unless you mean in terms of, like, victory. Never mind. Never mind, unless you were alluding to separate turns of phrase. Alright. Let's hope that we don't catch any more diseases. Got a Ren for the old god going out right there. My hope is that we don't find ourselves rearranged. For the time being, let me go ahead and increase our accuracy briefly. On this side, I could start DPSing her in the hopes that we could get rid of her, but it may be a better plan just to go straight for the front line. I wonder if there's a reason why our HP is divided into... Ooh, okay, so there it is. Bring your A game, bring your A game. That's what I like to hear. That game that makes the crowd go, ah. Makes them feel satisfied for the cash that they paid. I'm going to try and get rid of this little piggy in the back. This little piggy may have gone to market. This little piggy may have stayed home. This little piggy is going straight to hell, though. That's all that I can say about that. On this side, Butcher Cut, high crit chance attack that looks like it came out without us taking too much damage. They said the storyline for this place is a little bit sketchy. Like, I'm not sure what actually happened in the storyline for this location. I could try and fish out a kill right here. Let's go for it. How is your damage nerfed right now? Is it because of your position on the field? Or like, what's going on? See if I can get a stun right there. Keep her from annoying me and rearranging my lines over the course of the next bit of the fight. Yeah, there you go. Just bleed out for a little bit. Nobody else cares about you. Let's get started. Ah, there's the dodge. I was trying to kill her off because I really prefer just to face off with him if I can. I just don't like having my line rearranged. It's the equivalent of losing a turn if it's bad enough. And so I try to stay away from it. I'm going to try and get him into the back line too so we can start getting that stress relief running. See if I can get a stun done right there. Yep, stun done, gun, or stun done, run like a gun. I don't know. In the sun. Finally spun from the nun. So, I wish that you lost all your dodge chance or something when you were stunned. I don't know if you do or not. I haven't actually looked at the numbers, but it seems like one of those things that would be helpful. Let's start DPSing Big Papa Pig over here. On this side, throw around a little bit of lovely healing, some of the hugs, some of the cuddling. I like to give my party hugs and cuddles every now and again, keep them happy, keep them nice and taken care of. The two people that mattered that I wanted to get stress relief got it right there, so I'll take it. A little bit of bleed damage out, which is making me glad that I didn't bring the occultist along. A little dodge right there, which is going to cause us some stress, but not a lot. Not literal stress within the confines of the game, but just stressing me out in terms of not accomplishing our goal. Keep on playing that song right there, Bardsy. Keep playing that song. Ball and chain out. Unfortunately, I wanted to heal on this turn, so... Oh, good, she resisted. She resisted. That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. You can't have fun around a nun, but she can definitely drop them heals every now and again. There it is. And so the combat finishes. Seeing as the last one gave me a long-term buff, I'm sort of interested to see what happens here. Yeah, 15% damage, some accuracy, and some CRT. Who doesn't want a cathode ray tube monitor? By the way, while we're on the subject, I did my A+ back in the day of CRT monitors. Don't disassemble a CRT monitor unless you know what you're doing. It will be fatal. Essentially what happens is there's like this little nut in the back of it that acts as a ground and it holds electricity long after it's been unplugged. And if you touch that without like rubber gloves or something else on, it can like shock you well enough to kill you. So just throwing that out there, things to be aware of if you have fun. Like when I was a kid, I loved disassembling things. To this day, it's an obsession that has gone nowhere. I love disassembling things. It's fun to me to disassemble things. And so just if you like to disassemble things, be careful and be aware that CRTs, even if they've been in the junkyard for a decade, may have quite a bit of electricity stored up that can go bzzzt and then render you quite inert. Just letting you know. Just fun facts with Splattercat for right now in case you wanted to learn something today. Please resist. Oh man. Okay, so that's not as bad as it could have been, but it's still, it's painful. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll lose some turns right here. At the bare minimum, yeah, we're going to lose a couple. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to get stuck on it for right now. The run, all things considered, is going pretty well. Go for a kill right there because it's better to lower the amount of attacks they get on a turn than waste your time moving around. And if you like to move it, move it. Let's go ahead and have you move it back on with King Julian. King Julian's one of I didn't actually like those movies that much. Madagascar, didn't like Madagascar that much, but King Julian was a joy to be around for a brief 1.5-hour period. Let's get started. First hit right there is going to take him on out. Be gone, fiend, indeed. Eldritch Push is going to continue messing with my life right now. Just messing with my Christmas. Unfortunate. That does, however, anti-venom now. You're being a little bit, you could say please, bruh. You could say please. Hopefully this lady doesn't dodge. I'm going to rearrange my, oh, she resisted. The next best thing, the next best thing. What's as fun as a dodge? A resist. Well, her moving up from the back should help us rearrange and get it. I'm just going to go for the kill right now, whatever. 2 damage done right there, and then hopefully Big Papa Pump. I couldn't call him Big Papa Pump. I was going to say Big Papa Pierce. There we go, Big Papa Pierce. I knew there was something in there that I could use. That's his new nickname, Coursey, Big Papa Pierce. I don't know if you guys remember back in the baseball days. It was a baseball nickname. Y'all can fill it in for what you want. Right now, let me get my line rearranged. There we go. That's looking good. Like a cokehead with a knee. We're going to get that line rearranged. Got a little bit of stress right there. Let me pop off a torch, and to the next room we fly or walk. I don't want to give the wrong impression here. We're not going to be doing a lot of flying. Ugh, a lot of dungeon left, not a lot of time left. Let's keep rocking. I might try and hold this one together just so you can finally get a medium run where nothing terrible happens. The volumes are desiccated and unremarkable. Well, you just made a remark about them, so that flies in the face of your statement that they're unremarkable. Otherwise, you would have given me no splash screen or anything if they were truly unremarkable. Another big fight in here. This would be a place where a darkness run would do us a whole lot of good. Okay, a little bit of stress and damage right there, but utterly unconcerned about it. Having this bard around basically seems to make stress not too much of a problem. And while, let me see if I can get the swine wretch taken in the back line. I would really prefer it if we can make it happen, Cap'n. Let me have some more, yeah, give me a little bit of accuracy too, because we're not going to want to deal with a whole lot of misses on this one, especially if they keep spamming out Drums of Doom, which can be a very, very stressful situation here. I'm going to get on him for the time being because we're not going to be able to take him down in any sort of timely fashion. So I think we're going to want to stick to the second in line right here and just focus our DPS as much as we can. Assuming that dodges are not forthcoming, I'm going to stick to the back line for right now. Continue to give me that lovely little buff right there. I would love to crit it on up. If you can make that happen, it would make me happy. So, you know, there'd be multiple people right now making things starting with that front end. 2 separate situations making and we got a little bit of dodge right there too. I'll take it. I don't like syphilis. Syphilis is, I don't mess with that. That's far too permanent. That's just far too permanent and far too fatal. Is it still fatal to get syphilis? Does syphilis still kill you? I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, in the game you can have it dispelled, which is nice, but in real life I'm pretty sure syphilis murders you. Like, it takes care of you over the long run, and it causes your brain to fall apart too, which is all kinds of funsies. There we go. So situation taken care of. Now my hope is that as we fight this big dude, we'll fish out a couple of crits, because I don't know if you noticed, but our crit rate's getting pretty good right now. Our crit rate is on the upper end of the spectrum. So, you know, that Roy G. Biv thing going on, it's more on the V and then the R. And let's get rid of some stress for right now. We're on the back end of the fight, and so if we can get rid of a couple of little pips right here. If you can stun him, I would love it. I mean, if you don't, it's not going to hurt my feelings either.
A blazing star is born.
A strike right there, and a kill. A very, very good run for us. This is looking nice. The
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
hero is deeply disturbed. 50, really? That's That's a considerable amount of stress right there. That's actually something that I would consider. We didn't get a scouting roll. I would strongly consider camping right now, just because that's a lot of stress.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Go ahead and reduce this the best way that we can, and anybody that can actually help out with this, self only minus accuracy, so we can get a little bit shitty right there if we want to. Who do I have that can help with stuff? That'll help. I mean, it's a little bit of a waste of time, but it'll help. And then we can also maybe stack up. What does he got? He's got wound care. He's got Tiger's Eye and Mockery. So we choose somebody to get mocked. I'm going to mock her. It'll help everybody else fairly considerably. And so there we go. That'll bring him much more into a manageable level of stress. On this side, let's give him some stress resist. Since we don't have a whole lot of time left, I'm going to use it to pass around some buffs. We got 3Bs right here, so we can go with Battle Trance, make her better at fighting. Bless, which gives accuracy to somebody. Let's stack them on up. Yeah, stack them on up for our front line, because we are very much beholden to their ability to hit. And so let's go ahead and rest. That's going to be the end of our time. Let's hope that we don't get attacked. Cross your fingers, everybody. Back there in the corner, Jeff, I know you're not crossing your fingers right now. I'm going to need you to come through. I'm going to need you to cross your fingers for me. Jeff and Sarah, actually. I see Sarah. She's not crossing her finger. Up there. See, Sarah? Look what you did. Look what you did. I don't know if it was Jeff or it was Sarah, but it was somebody's. Ambuscade. Our line was rearranged, but not too serious of an extent. He can use his turn to move her back. Ren for the Old Gods is out. This actually isn't too bad of a combat. We should be able to rectify this fairly quickly. I'm going to throw out an AoE right now, because these two should be set back into their rightful place by her moving forwards. In the same fashion, let's go ahead and just have him buff right now. Ren for the Old Gods out. It's going to do 4 damage. As far as attacks go, this actually isn't that bad. We do get bonus salute from it, so there it is. You got extra crits. Definitely destroyed. In one word, that's exactly what happened right there. We've got her all ready to go. Let's start moving her up. That'll rearrange our back line and make sure that everything's nice and where it needs to be. Ordered in the fashion that I find to be most satisfactory. She'll get rearranged by her next move, and that puts our Jester in a position to start offsetting some of that stress right there, making sure that being attacked in the midst of the night is not something that haunts our dreams for the time to come.
Devastating blow.
Alright, continue rearranging. Make a plan. It's a big deal in this game. Just make a plan and make it happen. Let me see if I can stun this individual right now. There it is. So stun lockdown. Let me get a nice little crit stacked up. Everybody should be sitting around the point where we can hit that. Yeah, there it is. That big damage. Bring that big stick and drop it down on the enemy. That Teddy Roosevelt action. You want to be deeply disturbed again? No, you don't? Okay, I can understand that. Let's get our light set back up. We're going to go off this way. Another fight to be had. We've surprised the enemy on this one, which is good. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. Continue stacking that crit. I realize our accuracy and our crit are already pretty high, but hey, higher and higher. Higher and higher. Do a little bit of damage to the back line right now because she's missing HP and might as well. The front two lines are our concern right now. Let's get started on Big Dude in the front. Fairly well scarred up and ready to be damaged even further. Got him down to half health, but unfortunately he's going to be able to tank a little bit longer. We might take some further damage. A little bit more damage to the back line. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get him out of the way without a lucky crit. Keep the buffs flowing. I'm coming around. I'm coming around on the Jester. He's actually been useful enough in our playthroughs up until this point that I'm actually starting to see him as a decent part of the group if you're worried about having stress issues. For like low level runs, I wouldn't bring him along since they're disposable. Like I would just see how many people you could level up in one go. But for runs with your A team, he does have a place. He doesn't synergize well with the Occultist in my opinion though, because the Occultist you need, with him taking up a slot, you need consistent heals. Like you need the ability to drop bombs on your own characters. However, that being said, I do enjoy his buffs and his stress relief. It's actually far more efficient than the first couple times I tested him out. You just gotta stay on it, I think. Blanket fire out. Let's go ahead and reduce our stress a little bit more. How about that? How's that sound? A stress-free afternoon. I don't know why I did that. I should have attacked the guy in the back line. That was a dumb mistake on my part. Now he's going to get another attack, and so is he, actually. Ooh, uppercut. Don't resist. Oh, I was hoping that would rearrange my line. It did not, however. It did not. Stress relief. Okay, blanket fire out. And no double kill. I was fishing for it, but unfortunately the line came back empty. I'm just going to finish it off right now. We got plenty of time to heal people in the future. Got plenty of food as well. So, anything in there? A crate contains stashed heirlooms. Hell yeah. I love any type of heirloom, especially those that bear forth manly facial hair. So hey, you got yourself a stash. You rock that thing proudly. You rock that thing proudly. Let's find our last couple battle rooms, and it looks actually like our last battle rooms right here. This is going to clear the quest for us. We can continue running on into the dungeon and trying to get further loot if we want. I'm going to stay away from that right now. That looks all kinds of tetanus-laden and precarious. We've got a bleed right there. I think I have band-aids, yeah. For once I have band-aids. I almost never have band-aids in this game, but you know what? If I have them, let's use them. I'm going to give him a little bit of extra health just in case when we go into this fight here. And it's actually not that bad of a fight. It's actually not that bad of a fight. It looks bad, but it's not. If we end up getting marked, it could be a lot worse. And so this is going to be very, very dependent on the fact of whether or not he can mark our characters. But this is actually a fight that's wide open for us to AoE it down. Let's continue healing. I don't have a chance to move her forward yet, but hey. I kind of wish he still had the scroll right now. I forgot to equip it on him, but his current skill set has been doing okay. Got Munch going to the back line. Some crits taking place. Some definite crits taking place. So we're going to want to put the Jester back on his stress management strategy here. A big cleave right there. And on the next round. Whew. Okay. Alright. Alright. We're not in a position right now. These crits, they are hurting us. But we're in such a position where we can make it work either way. So, we are taking a little bit of stress right now, but I think we can reasonably assume. Do I have a Blight Cure? I do, so let's get that going. A little bit of extra damage done right there, so there you go. It's not all over yet. We've got some problems, but hey, we're not totally shelved as of right now. Let's go ahead and continue lowering their numbers, and then I'm going to try and stun lock him while we take some of this edge off from the stress. Drums of Debilitation, as expected. That's going to mark target. I think I would like you to move back to here if we're going to start stun locking. What's his resist? 25. It's a pretty good chance. It's not an amazing chance, but it's enough of a chance. Let's continue moving that stress on back towards the left-handed side of the spectrum. On this side, I'm going to have her just buff on up. Just buff on up. Sit there and flex until the muscles get bigger. Just keep on and flex until you get sex, until you wrecks the enemy. In word or text. You can wreck somebody with text. Somebody's wrecked me with text before on the internet. It hurts. The feels are real. They make me feel sad. They do. The feelings are real. Let's go ahead and heal him up right now. And let's finish this thing. There it is. And so that should be the last fight of the dungeon. Yep. And so let's spend a minute or two here seeing if we can award ourselves a few more treasures out here in the darkness. If we can get ourselves into... Oh, okay. So that's a rearranging right there that is not going to be fun for us. Heroic End, go in for it. Unfortunately, it failed us. Usually you one-shot people with it. Heroic End has a huge chance to crit, and so it's basically a last-ditch attack that he uses when he's stuck on the back lines. We can DPS our way through this pretty quickly. I'm going to have her AoE heal for right now. He's not going to be able to do anything with that right there, unfortunately. I was hoping he could charge for it and hit the enemy, but it's relying on the fact that you have a backline character, so... It is what it is right now. There's the crit that we were fishing for. There it is. And so with her for right now, let's go ahead and keep her healing. Just keep on trucking with them heals. Keep them nice and light and frothy. He's going to dodge. I'm going to try and bring other characters up from the back line for the time being. Have her essentially just regenerate some health or regenerate some... No, I want you to move forward. There it is. So that puts her in a more satisfactory position. And that allows her to move forward now. If we get the kill right there, it would surprise me. But hey, we can debuff the hell out of him for right now. Let me stun you while I attempt to rearrange a little bit further. And we got a couple people here who need a heal or two before we do anything else. And that's what I'm actually fishing for at the moment. Hey, Heroic End, go for it. I don't mind. And so we got our freebie heal. We got ourselves a bunch of portraits, which is actually good. I'm always strapped for portraits. I can never find them. Keep getting some torches right now. Yeah, we'll let that one burn. We'll throw you into the back of the line.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Skip you right there because it's not worth the effort right now. Just in case. Oh, they fixed it. You can't click in between scene transitions anymore. Alright. Little bit of treasure off on this side, enough that I'm willing to stay in the dungeon a little bit longer and willing to suffer the ill effects just in case. Dull transactions, alright. Oh, I stepped on a trap. I saw it right as I stepped onto it. I was looking at the map and I was like, there's the red thing right there. And I still messed it up. I knew it was there and I still messed it up. It's okay though. Let's go back this way. What treasures does this room hold? Just a... Alright. I'll take it. Not a big deal. We got ourselves another trap right there. Try and disarm that one if you can for me, bud. I would appreciate it. There we go. We'll move that over to there. Get our line rearranged in a way that I like. Back into the room. And then the easiest way to do this without taking extra stress is just to turn straight around and go like so. And we've already scouted out the rest of it. So on this side, we got a double chest, and then we'll be the hell up out of here. I like to imagine that song when I'm having a bad day. It makes me feel better. Please don't stab yourself in the face. There we go. Very nice, amigo. Very nice. I guess I could just sort of rely on the fact that we're going to have a long... Okay. Map's not so useful this far into the dungeon, but I'll take it. That pack contains loot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
And out of here we go. Well done, everybody. A very, very good run for us.
Experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work, ending them.
Not the most pecuniarily positive adventure, but still, it did something for us. We got some portraits. They're hard to come by, so I'll take it. Hopefully we got ourselves some good stuff here. There it is. There it is. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeons. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care out there, everybody, and I do.